All right, I am back today with my September budget. It's a little bit late, but better late than never. Wanted to go over kind of where I ended up for September and the goal for the next month, and a loan update on how much I still owe on my student loans. For budget for September, this was it. It basically stayed the same from August. So in August, it was exactly the same thing. And then in August, I was about $79 over. And because of the AAA one-time annual fee, but otherwise my spending for the month was only like $29 over. For the month of September, we did really well. So again, the goal was 500, ended up being 27 cents over. So yeah, really good. Categories where we did well and didn't do so well. Obviously, food, we did good. I tried not... Oh, sorry. We did bad on food. I was looking at the positive versus the negative. We did bad on food because I went to Costco and ended up at the end of the month spending an extra $162. But that wasn't all on food. That included diapers. It included just a bunch of stuff that we needed. So it was a bunch of the stuff that was on discount. So basically, whenever I get the Costco like flyer that has like the items that have an additional discount, I basically go through. My friend actually taught me this. The other stuff that's at Costco is actually not that cheap. So that's why I only buy the stuff that's in the ad that has the extra discount. So I go through, circle all those items, and I only buy those items when I'm there. Unless there's something like pressing that I need. But the other stuff, it's not actually that much cheaper. And especially since we live in a condo and it's like small, we don't have the space to fit all that stuff, so we just make do with whatever's in the little ad. So because of that, I was over by over $100 for my food budget. Luckily, I kept my miscellaneous spending down by $100. So I had budgeted myself $200 but only ended up spending $100. And this was even with a last minute Target trip. Of course, who doesn't go to Target and spend $50 and just wonder where did all that money go? But yeah, ended up spending over 50 bucks on that at the end of the month. So that brought that to 100. It would have been even lower had I not gone. But CVS budget, that's like my couponing budget. So that I ended up being $7 over, which isn't too bad. Considering I ended up buying a gift card. So here's my fail story. So this $60 that I purchased at CVS, I had bought 2 Spotify gift cards because I was thinking, oh, I pay my monthly $14.99 for Spotify Family. And so obviously me and my husband use it. So that's why we had the Spotify Family account versus having like individual accounts. And I thought, oh, I can save some money and just purchase the gift cards and then use it towards my monthly payment. And they were running a promotion so that if you spend $50, you get $10 in extra bucks. Okay, fine, whatever. So then I'm making $10 there, plus I'm using it towards something else. Well, come to find out, because I didn't read the fine print on the gift card, the gift cards cannot be used on a family membership. You can only use it on a regular membership. So here I am out $60, but whatever. You like, you live and you learn, right? Like, trial and error. Because what I usually do is whenever they run a promotion like that, I'll buy, usually it's on I think it's like Domino's gift cards, Gap, like the Gap company cards, so like Gap, Old Navy, Banana, Athleta, that whole brand. I forget which other cards, but they have like a bunch that whenever you buy $50, you get $10 in extra bucks, which you're then outright already saving 20%. So, well, technically yes and no, because it's extra bucks, so you have to spend the extra bucks at CVS. But if I have $10 from CarePass and I have $10 from buying a gift card, that's $20 free that I have. And usually I'll get one bag of the Honest Wipes, which they carry at most CVS's, and then I'll get like, I'll stock up on some like makeup items, and usually there's extra bucks on the makeup items anyways, so then it's like it keeps carrying over and over and over. Anyway, so that was my CVS fail. So if I had not purchased that $60 worth of gift cards, that would have been only like $32. So fail on that part, but you know, it is what it is. So yeah, ended up being pretty much right on, spot on in September. And with us being or going out of town for a few days for October, the budget's gonna look really different, and I really don't know how it's gonna come out. So let's see, sorry, that sounded like nails on a chalkboard. So this is kind of how I budgeted for October, anticipating a lot of spending on food just because we're gonna be out of town, so probably gonna be eating out a lot. Miscellaneous is probably just gonna be like me spending stuff for like home decor. It's like October, getting into November, getting into Christmas, my favorite season. So that's probably gonna be like trying to purchase stuff to decorate around the house. Vacation is gonna be probably more items like you know, souvenirs. I mean, I don't really anticipate buying any souvenirs because like I feel like they're just pointless, but it's more like, oh, I see a shirt that I really like while I'm on vacation, I'm gonna buy it. Or I don't know, we'll see what it ends up being, but I don't anticipate spending too much. It's still gonna be pretty much the same, I just move things around. So there's gonna be no couponing budget this month. It'll probably be just in the miscellaneous category if I end up going to CVS to use my CarePass $10. So that moved there. Food budget is what I'm budgeted for miscellaneous, and then vacation budget is what I budgeted for food. So it's still gonna be the $500. For my student loans, I'm at $51.95. I think I didn't say exactly how much I owed in the last video, but I did include it in the like underneath in all the like caption area for the video. It was around 56 something, and the reason why I decided to just pay it like a $6,000 lump sum was because I don't know if you remember, but in August there was an extra paycheck. So here's August, and you had an extra paycheck. So I mean, not that my paycheck was an extra $6,000, though that would be nice, but I had saved up from the last few months, and then the extra paycheck helped to boost it over. And then I was thinking, hey, if I'm gonna be paying it off anyways, like, why am I gonna pay off $2,000 in September, $2,000 in October, and $2,000 in November? If I'm gonna do that anyways, I might as well just pay all $6,000 up front, because I'm not accruing interest on that $6,000. So that's why I decided to do that, and then I'll just recoup that $6,000 slowly by saving, like, little by little. And again, this is hopefully gonna be $0 by the end of the year. Not this year, the end of next year. So the end of 2020, my goal is to be at 0. So we shall see. I think that's pretty much it. Again, if you have any questions, see any errors, not the best person at math. My mom tells me this all the time. So yeah, if you see errors, let me know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how well I can budget my vacation, because it's gonna be completely different from like a month where you don't go on vacation. Not really, I guess it's a vacation, it's like going out of town. So but yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and I'll see you next month for another monthly budget video. The holidays are coming up, so hopefully people have been saving in a sinking fund. Again, this budget doesn't account for savings that I have. So this is just accounting for a goal that I've set for myself for spending. Now my goal for savings is a completely different story, and we're not really comfortable sharing like that part of our finances quite yet. So that's why it's only like a goal of me setting for myself of spending less than $500 every month. So that's why when people are like saving for holidays or having sinking funds, like for instance, some people will say like, hey, what about that like one-time payment you have here for $750? And yeah, that's a one-time payment that I have saved from previous months to pay for something that I had anticipated that I would need to pay. So I mean, that's something that you have to account for in your own budget. So obviously I'm spending $500 plus that $750, and you should have a sinking fund set up to save, I don't know, if it so let's say it's 10 months to save, you would be saving $75 every month. But for me, it's easier to just have like one sinking fund account to save for like everything. So this just comes out of our regular sinking funds account. And not that I have a specific account for that, which might be helpful. I'm looking into like maybe creating a few different accounts for sinking funds like that. But right now it's just easier for me to just have it out of one account. But it's also harder because now I see everything in one account, and then it also looks like, oh gosh, it decreased by like $1,000. What happened? So it might be better to have it in a separate account instead of like my just regular savings account. So we'll see, and I'll update you guys if I decide to open up a different account just for sinking funds. But yeah, again, did significantly better this month, and I feel like, again, when you track your spending like this, you get down to the nitty-gritty, and it starts getting easier and easier to spend less. And with me like tracking it like day to day and like week to week, like for October, like yesterday I went to Target and then went to Sprouts to buy some groceries. Obviously food and other is going to be different for the month of October. So this is my October. My September one is over here. But yeah, so I just tuck it in here. So like when I'm tracking it like day to day like this, oh well, that was someone outside, if you could hear that. When you track it day to day like this, someone told me that I was like borderline OCD for tracking it like this, but like honestly it has helped me spend less money. So I mean, whatever works for you. If you can't, or like if this is too much, then don't do it. Not for me. I mean, like, not for you, good for me, right? But yeah, because when I'm tracking it like this, I'm like, ooh, like the first week I'm like, oh, I'm already failing. But then like at the end of the day I was like, okay, I'm good, and then at the end of the month I was like, oh crap, I needed to make a Costco trip, and ended up going to Target. So even though I was really significantly over at the end of the month, because I had saved up on these weeks, I was still like right on target. So this really curbs your spending, because you're like, I'm already under, I'm over this month, and I'm over this week. It makes you like not want to go shopping any additional times, because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna stay home now because I'm already over on my budget. So yeah, and again, if you have any questions, again, please leave them in the comments below. Subscribe if you want to be notified when these videos come out, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.